Let's start by talking about the Trez trade.
I can't do this.
What? We're gonna talk about the Trez trade, okay?
The Trez trade.
The Trez trade.
Trez
Montrezl
trade.
Harrell, his name is Trez.
The Trez
I'm
trade.
saying it right. The Trez trade. Trez signing is what I mean. Okay. He was signed.
Marijuana Man was signed.
Oh, don't even.
What's up, guys? It's FP.
My nose looks like Shrek's nose right now. Oh my gosh.
Here's tie 5.
We're not okay.
So basically today we're talking about the Trez trade, the Montrezl Harrell signing with the Sixers. And we got some like jersey rankings and top 10 players and our predictions of awards and stuff going into the season. So yeah.
We're starting with the Montrezl Harrell.
So yeah,
Let's
Trez.
move really fast.
Marijuana Man got signed.
Stop calling him that.
You started it.
I started it, but I
You
don't
started
call him
it.
that every time I mention him. Okay, it's Montrezl Harrell.
What was his contract again? I
Like
sent it to you.
4.5 million.
It was, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was like 2 years player
Basically,
option, and it was like
all
2.5.
this does is like guarantees that the Sixers will be in title contention. Because the one thing they lacked last year was depth. Like it was basically Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden. You can't win a championship with 3 players.
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris is like Harrison Barnes. He's there, but he's not. Okay?
He's the GOAT. He's better than Jimmy Butler.
No, he's not. Don't. Stop it. You're canceled.
Dude, his contract, though, is so massive. It's so dumb. Dude, I've seen a lot of mock trades. Some of them were like Donovan Mitchell for Tobias Harris and other people. And I'm like, that doesn't work. Tobias Harris' contract is too big. Yeah. So, but
anyway,
yeah.
Basically, good job, Sixers. You spent money. Now we're moving on.
The Sixers spent, okay, but let's be honest. Trez
is a good sign.
It's gonna be good.
It's a very good sign.
Hopefully he'll actually play.
They needed a backup center, and they got one.
And he can play the 4.
Very cheap. The Hornets are going to be so bad. I don't know how the Hornets are going to try and keep LaMelo around when they keep losing players.
Yeah. Well, is Miles Bridges ever going to get signed? Ever.
He will.
But he'll be signed.
He will. Even if he's found guilty by court, technically, legally, the NBA can do their own investigation, and he can still play if the NBA finds him not guilty.
And he can bail himself out of jail.
Yeah.
So...
And even if the Hornets don't sign him, someone will pick him up on a minimum contract. He'll have a really good year, and then someone will sign him for a real contract again.
Maybe the Jazz. Just kidding. I don't want the Jazz signing him because they want to tank.
I liked Miles Bridges, bro. Whatever. But
yeah.
The thing is, he's...
Miles Bridges, how do you do?
I'm diddly D.
LaMelo from Piscataway.
From Bridges. I love that announcer.
Yeah. LaMelo from Piscataway. Dude,
I'll look it up right now.
I'm getting...
I will play the highlight for him. You ready? So they can hear what he sounds like.
So, dude, I'm getting... Dude, do the Piscataway one.
And then the other announcer just goes,
Dude, but I might watch the Hornets because I'm getting league pass. I might watch the Hornets just for the announcer.
I love the Hornets announcer.
Dude, you just gotta come over all the time and watch the Hornets with me.
Where is the from Piscataway?
Yeah, we're from Piscataway.
It was against the Nets, I know that. What time of year was it?
Where is Piscataway?
It's in New Jersey.
Why was that the first place he thought of?
You keep talking, I'll find Piscataway.
Why was Piscataway the first place he thought of?
Piscataway!
Alright, well,
Bridges!
Trez is good.
Oh, it's right here.
With the basketball in the lead. LaMelo from Piscataway.
LaMelo from Piscataway.
From Piscataway.
His 3rd straight triple. Oh my.
Who's your top rated player?
So I think we go 10 to
10 to
1.
Let's do let's go really fast until we get to the top 3 then.
10-1. So, 10, LeBron James. LeBron James.
Okay, my 10, Jimmy Butler.
Oh, I didn't have him on there.
You didn't have Jimmy Butler? Jimmy Buckets?
You'll see the rest of it, though.
What are you doing?
Number 9.
Sisters right here.
Get away, okay? Get away. DeMar DeRozan.
You had DeMar on your top 10 list?
DeMar.
DeMar wasn't even on my snub list. My snub list was Jason Tatum, Devin Booker.
I didn't
They're
have
not
a snub
top
list.
10 material. Jason Tatum, you can make an argument. You can make a very
But Book
good
is the most just kidding. 3rd most overrated player in the league.
most overrated player in the league?
Ben Simmons.
No, I
Second,
think
Paul
he's
George.
a little underrated right now.
No,
Paul
he's
George
perfectly
is,
rated.
Paul George is very underrated. I don't know what you're talking
Paul
about.
George?
He's an 88 on 2K. Paul George took his team to the Western Conference Finals and beat the Suns twice without Kawhi.
Still.
He's underrated. Don't even.
He's overrated.
9. I have John Morant.
John Morant. Okay.
You have.
So, number 8.
You had Kyrie.
Ya boys got Kyrie Irving.
I have Kyrie on mine. I
Dude,
think
Kyrie with the sauce.
we're talking about 10 most valuable players.
No, we're talking not. We're just 10 best players.
10 best players.
Yeah, that was what we went over.
Okay, I don't put Kyrie in my top 10 list. I don't put him in anything top 10 because he's not top 10 best if he doesn't show up for half the season and is a jerk.
That wasn't his fault that he didn't show up at the season. That was not his fault. That was not his fault.
Technically, it was. He didn't. We're not going to talk about politics. We're not going to share our opinion,
Fine.
but it was his choice
Fair.
to not get the vaccine.
It was also the Nets' choice not to let him play.
That was stupid. But
Oh.
you had 7 as Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
had-
you didn't say your 8. So your 8 was Kawhi.
My 8 was Kawhi
Oh,
Leonard.
I didn't have Kawhi just because he didn't play. I kind of forgot about him.
Kawhi is very mid in the regular season. He's like
Yeah,
a
so-
top 18 player, but when the playoffs comes, he's a completely different player.
So basically, my thing was like, okay.
I will always have him top 10
Yeah.
while he's in the NBA just because he made Joel Embiid cry.
Okay, yes. But is that hard? Is it that hard?
For Joel Embiid, maybe not. But
Yeah.
if I was in the NBA, I definitely would have cried after that shot.
I don't
would've.
cry. I'm a man.
would've.
I don't cry.
I rarely cry. But
I'm a man.
If I
I
was
don't cry.
that close and it went in off of a bounce,
Off of
I would
10
be
bounces.
so mad. He's so
I wouldn't be-
That's like
I-
when in the
I
movies
wouldn't
when it rolls
cry.
around like
Yeah.
12 times. And then
I
everyone's
wouldn't
like,
cry.
"Oh."
I would just start punching things. I'd probably break my hand
I'd
doing
be
it.
ticked. You're right.
Okay.
I wouldn't cry. I'd be ticked.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what was
he's-
your 7?
My 7 is LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron
LeBron
James.
James.
Okay, so at 6 I had Stephen Curry.
You would Steph that low?
Yeah, there's better players than him.
Steph's my all-time favorite, so I'm kind of mad. My 6 was KD.
Okay.
People say KD's top talent, but if people were willing to trade an actual star to get KD, like the best offer was like Jaylen Brown.
No,
and
that's
pick.
good. That's so good.
That's good.
Jaylen Brown is better, or
That's
not
a-
better right now, but he will be.
That's
better
a
than
great
KD.
trade for both teams, but I'm saying
The Nets were
for
stupid
the
not
best
to accept
player
it.
in the NBA, he's not the best player in the NBA. People are only willing to give up Jaylen Brown.
Dude, but I don't know why the Nets didn't do that.
I don't either.
The Nets are kind of.
I don't know why the Celtics would do that, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Like, KD would really ruin their franchise.
KD ruins everyone's franchise.
KD ruins every franchise.
Okay, except for the Warriors, but
Okay,
that's
my
different.
number 5 is Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic.
Okay, my
Like,
number
seriously.
5.
Siri goes, Luka Doncic.
Wait,
Luka
you
Doncic.
what accent do you have?
Hey Siri, pull up Luka Doncic stats.
Here are career stats for Luka Doncic in the NBA.
No,
My Australian guy goes, Luka Doncic.
Oh, mine is Australian.
He's Australian.
Usually
Okay, your number 5
is
is...
Ja Morant. Ja is better than Curry.
Ja's too young.
Ja is
Ja's
better than
not
Curry.
better than Curry.
Ja is a walking highlight reel. Ja is a walking highlight reel.
Okay, think about this. Jokic may not have. What are you? He's like eating a raspberry over there.
I had to take out my gum.
Oh my god, you're weird. Okay. You just got a notification about the NFL. Anyway,
I know. I get those.
Ja Morant's way too young. Ja Morant led his team. Ja Morant didn't even lead his team to the 2 seed. His team was better without him than with him.
Just because they had a better record. What were the teams he was playing? They were playing without him though. Were they really good teams?
I remember they beat the Bucks once. Like the full Bucks.
Okay, they had a built team, but Ja is so good. Ja is so good. Ja is a top 5 talent in the league, and he will be.
Ja will be, not right now. Stephen Curry, without Curry, the Warriors would be an 8 seed. Without Ja, the Grizzlies would be a 5 seed.
Okay, whatever.
I'm just saying, Curry helps his team more than Ja does, and I'm basing this off of, can you get wins?
Okay, but Ja also has a built team.
So do the Warriors.
He has individual success. Like I'm not ranking how they. I'm not ranking how they.
You're fighting yourself right now. You're saying he has a built team.
I know he has a built team, but I wasn't ranking them off the difference they made to their team. I was ranking them on who's better.
Okay, you're ranking them on pure talent. I put in multiple factors. I put in pure talent, how they act, like because it.
I didn't do that.
For me, it depends. Like, I would rather have.
I mean, if they're not playing at all.
Me personally, I would rather have Chris Middleton than Kyrie.
No, I'd rather have Kyrie.
Kyrie is a mess, and he'll ruin your franchise.
Okay, fair. I'd rather
have Chris Middleton.
Fair. But like,
plus Chris Middleton's easier to build around anyway.
Kyrie's good though.
Kyrie's very good when he's normal.
Kyrie is a freaking magician.
I remember there was one play where Kyrie, he like drew the entire team into him, and he still got to the basket. Could have laid it up, but passed it out for a 3, and there was no one there. There was 4 of his teammates wide open for a 3. He pulled the entire team in. It was against the Heat.
Yeah,
and the Heat have good defense too.
That wasn't. I saw one like a different one too. Like he's so good at creating for himself and others. And
okay, 4. I have Joel Embiid. You have Joel Embiid 4. We can both agree.
Hey, Joel Embiid is the 4th best player in the league.
This is where you're gonna argue with me. I have Jokic at 3.
Shut up! He's the best player in the league. He's the best player in the league. Who can do the stuff he does? No one. No one.
Jokic is a very unique
talent. Jokic is a freaking...
Okay, but listen
literally
to this.
No one in the history of the NBA has done what he's done.
Who's unique and has never done anything before and can lead your team into the playoffs by himself? Or would you rather have a player that's literally basically a god and gives you a championship? Okay, would you rather have a player like MJ who gets you championships but he's not necessarily unique, or would you rather have Jokic who's unique?
Okay, but MJ's the GOAT. I mean, that's an unfair. That's an unfair comparison.
Or Jokic.
Jokic. I'd
You'd
rather have
prime Jokic than prime LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We're not. I don't know.
Who's my 3? It's Luka Doncic.
It's Luka.
Luka Magic.
I have Luka at 5.
And
just because
you're wrong. He's so good.
Luka will be a multiple-time MVP.
Luka could be the GOAT. Luka
I'm just
could
saying
be the GOAT.
right now there are people better than him.
Yeah, there's 2 people better than him.
I'm saying Embiid was higher on the MVP list the entire season than Luka.
Yeah, but that was kind of Luka should have been higher, I think.
Not really.
I don't think Embiid. I think Embiid is overrated.
An 8 seed the entire first half of the season, and if you can't pull your team out of an 8 seed, you are not an MVP. You're just not.
He did pull his team out of the 8 seed.
He did. I'm just saying, they had to do a whole trade to get it done. They had to get rid of Kristaps.
They also had bad chemistry with Kristaps. Okay, but
Scottie Pippen and MJ had bad chemistry.
No, they didn't.
They blew it off. Scottie Pippen blew it off to win championships.
Okay, but Porzingis didn't.
Yeah, neither did Luka.
Neither did MJ.
Okay, you have Giannis at 2.
Actually, he probably did. Yeah,
which isn't horrible.
Giannis is so good.
Giannis is my one. Don't need him.
Okay. Who's your two?
Stephen Curry. I'm just saying.
I don't have him that high.
After last season and this season, Curry has shown that he is top 15 all time to me. He's a 2-time MVP, multiple-time Finals champion, and now he's a Finals MVP too. Plus, he broke the three-point record. He's done things that no one else has done before, like you said with Jokic. No one else can ever do.
That's debatable. How the league is evolving.
He changed the league. Jokic hasn't changed the league yet.
And
Curry
he won't.
Single-handedly
Just because you change the
usage
league
of the three-point line. If you come into the NBA and change the way it's played because you're that dominant, you're a top 15 all-time.
But he's good at the one thing. He's good at playmaking and three-point shooting.
He's good at mid-range scoring. He's
good at scoring and
mid-range
playmaking.
Game winner this year. He's good at inside scoring. He gets to the basket regularly.
Scoring and playmaking.
And his defense is getting better. His defense impact.
That ship, I think, has almost failed.
Not necessarily stats, but the older NBA players get, usually the better their defense gets.
Well, yeah,
Chris Paul. So
Chris Paul has always been a good
Chris Paul's always been a good defender, but it's gotten better as he's gotten older. Every player's defense gets better as they get older. So Stephen Curry's has gotten better.
Imagine a 30-year-old Jose Alvarado.
Besides, like Derrick Rose.
Imagine a 30-year-old Jose Alvarado. His defense. Depoy in the future.
Things like steals don't go up.
Jose is gonna be the Depoy in the future. You know it.
Maybe.
You know it in the future.
Maybe.
In the future, Jose.
Listen to him. He's like the Ben Simmons of hot takes.
What are you talking about? I'm the Ben Simmons at basketball.
Donovan Mitchell would be the MVP.
Shut up. I know that.
Okay, your one is Jokic, my one is Giannis. Debatable.
Jokic is just so good. He's going to be a 3-time MVP, maybe. We'll see in my predictions.
He shouldn't have gotten it this year.
What are you talking about?
He definitely should have gotten it.
Who do you think it should have been?
They were 6th seed this year.
And, like, he also only had him on the team. Like, it was him and, like, Aaron Gordon as their second best player. Yeah. So, remember, basketball is a team game. One person doesn't...
You could debate that Luka had a worse roster and he got them the 4 seed.
Luka did not have a worse roster.
Jokic also had Monte Morris. Luka had Spencer Dinwiddie, Jalen Brunson. That's it. Their roster is actually...
They had good coaching, though. They had really good coaching. As in, they, like, Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell, they played them to their strengths. At least in the playoffs.
Against the Jazz.
Against the Jazz,
and the Suns. Then they got to the Warriors, and Curry shut them down.
And Andrew Wiggins went off for some reason.
Andrew Wiggins is
overrated,
but underrated.
He's overrated. And he shouldn't have gone off. That was a fluke, man. I'm saying it.
A fluke?
It was a fluke. Andrew Wiggins going off in the playoffs was a fluke.
No, he had a really good season, too.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He averaged freaking 13 points a game.
Andrew Wiggins stats.
At least that was what it was before that.
Andrew Wiggins 2022 stats. 17 points.
Okay, well, before the All-Star break.
40% from 3.
Before the All-Star break, it was 13.
Rebounds.
Before the All-Star break, it was 13, and he was an All-Star starter, so that's kind of dumb. He shouldn't have been an
All-Star star. I'll agree with you.
He shouldn't have been an All-Star.
But
13 points a game at the All-Star break.
Would you have taken over him?
Let's see. Forwards in the West. Who didn't make it?
Davis, but Davis didn't deserve to be there.
Davies who?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, Anthony Davis. I thought you said Davies.
No, Zion didn't deserve to be there. He hadn't
Zion
played the
didn't
whole
play.
season.
People that played.
Jaren Jackson Jr., is that who you're going to take over Wiggins?
Triple J is better than Wiggins.
He's better, but Wiggins had a better season.
Wiggins, by the time the All-Star break came around, who had a better season?
Wiggins.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's always controversial. I say both of our
I say the voting was rigged.
Both of our top 10s are
I say he was a Warriors player,
very
so it was kind of
floppable.
dumb.
You could flip any player wherever and argue a point to put them. But we got to move on. Let's talk about
predictions.
My predictions for the West seeds. You didn't do this, though, did you?
I didn't do this.
I have the Clippers 1, Warriors 2, Suns 3, Grizzlies
1.
4, Timberwolves 5, Nuggets 6, Pelicans 7, Mavericks 8, Lakers 9, Trailblazers 10. Do you disagree with any of those strongly?
The Mavericks 8? Christian Wood
is
going to play so well with Luka.
I can flip the Mavericks all the way up to the 5 seed over the Timberwolves. My 8 through 5, I can flip around. Timberwolves, Nuggets, Pelicans, Mavericks.
I don't think
can
Clippers
flip all of those
won.
around. I think there's tiers. Clippers, Warriors, Suns, Grizzlies, I see top tiers. Nuggets, Pelicans, Mavericks, Timberwolves, I see like good, but not on the Warriors level.
I see Pelicans possibly making the 1 seed.
If they had a good year. If they had a very good year and it broke well for them, they could.
Well, think about it. Zion Williamson.
The West is so stacked, though.
Healthy Zion Williamson. Think about this.
B.I., which is your poor man Kevin Durant.
Who?
Brandon Ingram.
Oh, Brandon
Ingram. Poor
Ingram.
man's Kevin Durant.
Brandon Instagram.
Then you got C.J. McCollum, but C.J.'s going to regress.
CJ's going to be good, though, still. He's not going to regress.
I think Devontae Graham's going to have a bounce-back year.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think he'll still be on the team? Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
But Jose Alvarado is going to progress.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Jose.
Herbert Jones.
Herbert Jones.
Herbert Jones. I remember when that kid was a young whippersnapper. Worked on a farm with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really like Herbert Jones.
I really like. Why are you whispering?
I don't know.
Jose Alvarado, though.
Okay. East, I have Celtics 1, Heat 2, Bucks 3, Cavs at 4, Sixers at 5, even with the Trez signing. Marijuana man. Hawks 6.
See, you said it.
Bulls 7, sadly, even though I really like the Bulls team.
I think the Bulls should do good, but the East is stacked too.
I don't know. I actually think I'm going to take the Bulls over the Hawks.
Everyone's stacked.
I'll take the Raptors 8, Nets 9, Knicks 10. I'm taking the Nets 9, unlike everybody else in the entire world, because, yeah, they're the Nets.
I'm psyched for that pick that the Jazz got from them.
I see the finals as Bucks Warriors.
Okay, my finals was... Did you do West finals?
No.
And East finals?
I did,
just finals?
but
okay.
I just finals.
Oh, okay. So my finals, I had... It was actually a 4-way tie. Or a 2-way... Tie.
No, don't do that.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
I
had a tie.
I
had... So, finals. So, the finals... Oh, wait. Never mind. It wasn't a tie. It was Pelicans versus either Celtics or Bucks. Those two are too close. They're too close.
You're a little high on the Pelicans.
Pelicans.
I'm calling you 2K from now on.
2K?
Because they always win the championship. The
They do?
always do. Every simulation, the Pelicans
Really?
win. Not kidding. Okay, my prediction for MVP.
Well, no, the Celtics and Bucks will... Celtics or Bucks will win it all. The Pelicans are still too young to win it all. But in a couple years. Next year or the next.
Your dark horse finals in the East is Sixers or Heat. But it's
Bulls.
definitely Celtic. Oh, that's a good
Bulls
dark horse.
are a dark horse.
The thing is, like, literally the 1 through 8 on both conferences are so stacked. You put them in, like, any other era, and they're, like, a 1 seed.
I know, dude.
It's weird how stacked this year is.
Yeah. So, Bulls are my dark horse for the East. And then for the West...
My dark horse is the Heat.
Do the Timberwolves count as a dark horse?
Yeah. Timberwolves are dark horse.
The Timberwolves.
MVP, I have Giannis.
MVP, I have a tie between Jokic and Luka. I don't know. It's going to be one of those two, though.
If Jokic gets 3 MVPs in a row, he'll be a top 10 all-time player.
Exactly.
Because literally the only other player who did that was, like...
Nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody has done that, I don't think.
DPOY, I have Gobert.
Depoy, I also have Gobert.
I have most improved player is Shea.
Shea. I can see that because he just really didn't play. But
He
I
really
had
didn't
Colin
play.
Sexton because he's going to take a big role. Except,
And the Thunder fans might be done with tanking, and they might still try and do good without Chet. Because they don't need to tank necessarily.
yeah, unless
need
they
to
want
progress
Victor
Shea
Wembanyama
and
and,
make
Chet.
That would be a weird fit. I don't
would.
think they're going to try and do that. Six-man, I have Malik Monk with
Malik
the Kings.
Monk.
If you think about it, their guard rotation is De'Aaron Fox,
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Davis.
Who's Terrence Davis?
Exactly. Malik Monk. Who else?
They have Malik Monk, so they're guards? That they
Davion
have.
Mitchell.
Davion!
That's it.
Okay. Oh, they have De'Aaron Fox.
I said De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, you did?
De'Aaron Fox at point guard, backup point guard, Davion Mitchell. I can see as a dark horse six-man in his second year.
You know,
And then I think Malik Monk's gonna start for them. And Malik Monk has very underrated defense. I watched a couple of Lakers games last year, and at every
He
single
does.
one, he had like two
gets a
steals and a
steal.
block.
yeah. Well, yeah. He gets in the passing lanes. That's what he does.
He has very high defensive IQ.
Yeah. Basically, I think Colin Sexton is gonna win Most Improved because he's just gonna take on such a big role, right?
Yeah.
And from last season being a down year for him, you know, and so except my uncle told me he's gonna be hurt all year because because the Jazz want to tank and they don't want anyone to be able to win. Like Shea was hurt.
Yeah. My rookie of the year, I have Jabari Smith Jr.
Oh yeah, I had the same.
Because
Paulo's not gonna win it.
Paulo, I feel like he's a little overrated. He was so
He
good.
is overrated.
He was very good in Summer League. But
I told you he's
just
overrated.
think they have a ton of bigs.
Well, Jabari Smith Jr. is gonna be
In-
like all defensive second team, dude. His rookie year.
They have a ton of bigs in Orlando. And if you think
Paulo's
about it,
not
Jabari
big. He's a
Smith,
small forward.
Paulo plays the 4.
I thought he played.
He plays the 4.
He's a combo forward. That's what he
Yeah.
is.
They're gonna start him at the 4 though.
You think so?
Yeah.
They're gonna start him.
Number 1 overall pick. You're gonna start the number 1
Fair.
overall pick. You start the top 5 picks, to be honest. Once you get to the
You
6th pick,
start
it's
Walker
kinda-
Kessler. Just kidding.
No, don't do that. Please sign a real center.
No,
Jazz,
just
please.
start Doak. Start Doak.
Doak's like a 72. Anyway, we gotta hurry. But
Like a 72. 2K ratings are bad though.
Jabari Smith Jr., if you think about it, he in 3 years will be a depoy talent.
Yeah,
But he also shoots like 45% from 3. Think of
He
Rudy
does?
Gobert.
but
No,
shoot.
he doesn't. He shoots 40% from 3 in college. Rudy Gobert, but he can shoot like Curry.
Scared.
That's Jabari
That's
Smith
MVP.
Yeah. Couple years. I think Jabari Smith Jr. is going to have the best career out of all of them.
It's gonna be Walker Kessler. Just kidding.
Anyway.
Yeah, Chet's gonna be riddled
Now,
with injury.
We got to rank the jerseys really fast.
Oh yeah.
I think
a
Pistons
couple.
teal, best. Go look it up. Bucks Fear the Deer is pretty cool. Wizards Cherry Blossom is one of the coolest jersey ideas I've ever seen. The Nets Black Statement, I like it because it's just very simple.
That's
Timberwolves
sick.
Statement Black and Green, it's very cool in my opinion. Sunburst, it's a throwback. I like that from the 90s. Jazz Mountains, it's one of my favorite jerseys of all time. I think it's definitely top 5 jerseys of all time jerseys ever. I just think that the Jazz keep bringing it back every other year, and they need to like do something different with the Mountains jerseys. I like the Lakers purple. It's cool. Pistons striped black, red, and white. That's cool.
Are you doing top 10?
Then the Bucks purple. That's my top 10.
Okay.
One
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. It's not like the next in line, which is the Heat Classic. But one honorable mention for me.
Jazz P yellow.
No, don't even. My honorable mention would be the Spurs black on black.
Oh, that one's good. Not their new statement one though.
The new statement was okay, but it's
I
not-
like that
not
better
like
actually. So my list. Pull it up. All right, my list. So number 1, we got the Cavs White Association.
That's like
Fire.
Don't
That's
say
so
it like
good.
that. Oh my god.
Fire.
Don't. Okay.
That one's so good though. Number 2, I have Bucks Fear the Deer statement. I have Pistons Red and Blue statement at 3. The Wizards City, their pink is 4.
Those are so cool.
Those are
Please
good.
go look those up. They're so cool.
We got 5 is the Nets statement, so they're black on black. 6 is Timberwolves statement. They're gray and like green. 7 is the Cavs black one. I can't figure out what that's actually called yet. And then 8, I have Spurs statement. So their other new jersey. Look those ones up. Suns Classic at 9 and Jazz Classic at 10. So they're purple ones.
What's your honorable mention?
Honorable mention,
Lakers purple.
Rockets Classic. Just kidding.
No, those are so ugly.
They're so bad. No, honorable mention.
I think it's a cool idea, but those were just never good jerseys in the first place.
An honorable mention, I'm not going to say next in line, but I really like the Lakers Classic ones.
Yeah.
They're really good to me.
Okay. Anyway,
all right.
See y'all later.
See ya.
Go look up those jerseys. They're cool.
They are cool.
And don't die.
Don't die.